Welcome to a yoga practice for tension relief, relaxation, better sleep, anything that you want to just sort of free your body, your mind, your energy field from. We're going to endeavor to do that in this short session today. So let's begin seated. Go ahead and get comfortable. Sometimes it's nice to sort of wriggle your bottom out behind you so the spine can grow a little taller. Draw the chin slightly down and close your eyes if that feels comfortable for you. And then I like to place my left palm over my right palm, both palms spinning upward, thumbs touching. So you make that energetic connection through your body. And then soften the palms, soften the shoulders. Feel here where your body is against the floor, the cross of your ankles, the bend at your knees. Begin to notice the air touching your skin. And just coming into this physical body, into this present moment, letting yourself arrive more fully. And then we'll begin to tune inward a little more deeply by bringing our awareness to our breathing as all the breath flows in and out of the nose. So go ahead, take a deeper breath in. Feel that rise and then release the breath out. Maybe already there's a letting go or a softening. And we'll do that a few times, feeling the rise and expansion of the in-breath, the length of the spine. Keep the length as you let the breath fall out. Let tension fall out with it. Maybe the shoulders soften a little more. And then just find your pace of breath. All in and out through the nose. Smooth, long, deep, and so soothing. And then just notice where in your body you feel your breath most. Right? You might feel the belly expand or the sides of the ribs expand, or you might feel the chest rise. You might feel the breath at the opening of the nose, at the nostrils. You might feel it somewhere else or in all of those places. And just bring your awareness to the one place that you feel it the most so that it's easier to connect your body and your mind through your breathing. And then if the breath is hitching or catching anywhere, again, let it be a little smoother. And so when we breathe in this smoother, longer fashion, we start to free up our energy. Breath is prana, it's energy. And we'll just take one more cycle here. Full in breath. Relaxing into that out breath. And then keep the breath flowing like this as you open your eyes. And we'll start to bring some movement into the body. So arms sweep up. Interlace your fingers there at the top. Turn the hands inside out. So now the palms are reaching toward the sky. Lengthen up through both sides of the waist. Keep breathing and feeling. And see how high the heels of the hands can rise up on the next in-breath. On your out-breath, turn right, separate your hands, let them fall down behind you into the floor in front of you. And then one more inhalation through the spine up to the crown. And then on your exhale, drop the shoulders a little more, pull the navel in. And we'll lift the hands back up on an inhale, interlace the fingers with a different pinky in front. Turn the palms inside out, heels of the hands rising, sit bones rooting, breath flowing. Just feel it through the two sides of the waist. Beautiful. And one more in-breath here, lifting the heels of the hands really high. On your exhale, turn left, release your hands, let them fall to the floor behind you and in front of you. And one more inhale up through the spine and the crown. Exhaling, shoulders heavy, belly hugging back. Maybe you deepen the rotation. And then we'll come back to center. Inhale, just reach up. We're not going to interlace. We're going to fold forward here on the out breath. Drop the hands, drop the head. Keep the sit bones a little planted. And if you want to sway a little, sway a little. Maybe you can feel the breath moving into the back side of the body, where often we have some tightness or tenderness behind the low back or behind the heart. And just let the breath expand those areas and then soften and let go of whatever you find there. We'll begin to crawl the hands back toward the legs to lift the head. And then we'll just take some nice gentle rotations for the circles. Back to front, front to back, maybe wiggle around the head, and we're just loosening up the traps, the neck, even the jaw. Nice. And then we're going to take the left hand to the floor next to us. I'll mirror you. Lift up the right hand, inhale. Bend the elbow that's against the floor and lean over with that right hand to the left, planting into the right sit bone. Feel free to turn the head side to side. Drop this left shoulder away from the ear. Good, and then we'll lift the right hand back up. We'll take it to the floor next to us. We'll inhale the left hand up. Bend that right elbow and lean over. So we're creating space through the sides of the body, opening the intercostal muscles, the lung tissue. Drop that right shoulder. Plant into the left sit bone. And then take the hand back up. Now both hands are going to come behind you. Interlace fingers or bring the fingertips to the floor and draw the elbows a little closer together as the heart lifts, as the heart expands. Breathe into the front side of your chest, your heart center. Soften your eyes. Notice if the breath feels a little short, if it's difficult to open the heart or the lungs. And let's just take one more easy breath there. Release the breath, pull the navel in, release your hands to your knees. We're going to cup the knees with the hands here, straighten the elbows, lengthen the spine, and then we're going to do what's called Sufi circles. So we're going to rotate the ribs in circles all the way around the hip. So one elbow is going to bend as you pull to the side and forward, and then the other. And when you move backward, the elbows straighten, and the hands are on the knees for support, so that you can really round the back, dip the chin in, and coming forward with the ribs and heart, the shoulders can pull back. And this is so great for the digestive system, freeing up and sort of loosening and removing any blockages in any of those internal organs or the intestines. Feel free to let your head be sort of free here to do what feels comfortable and natural. And then we'll move in the opposite direction. Doesn't matter which one you started with. So maybe the head sort of follows the heart. Maybe you're going to hear some cracking as the spine loosens up. And just make it feel really nice. So smooth circles, ribs rotating around those hips. Good, and then we'll come back to center here. Roll the shoulders back and down, sit tall, and take a moment with your eyes closed just to feel if things feel a little freer in the spine and the neck and the shoulders and the waist and the breath. Full in breath, and let it all go. All right, let's make our way to hands and knees. It's going to be a short practice. When you get to hands and knees, just stack things up so hips are somewhat above knees, shoulders are somewhat above wrists. And we're just going to go front to back, cat-cow. So heart pulls forward as the sit bones rise up on your in-breath here. Round the back on your out-breath. Dip the head, press the floor, and pull the navel in. And one more time only. Inhale, heart forward. Maybe the elbows bend a little, collarbones wide. And exhale, rounding in. Hang the head, separate the shoulder blades, maybe a little rock side to side with the head or the hips if that's nice. And then we'll come back to a flat back. We'll take the left leg out behind us and the right hand out in front of us, finding length through the lifted limbs. Inhale here as you reach them apart. Knee and elbow come under you as you exhale, rounding your back. Inhale again, lengthening. Exhale, knee to elbow, drop your head. Inhale, extend, and then we're just going to bend the back leg. Heel comes toward the buttock. Right hand grabs the foot. Kick the foot up and back so the right shoulder rolls back. And keep breathing as you press the left hand against the floor. And if you want for a moment, you can pull the heel in toward the buttock to release the quadricep. And then we're going to release the foot, right hand back down, left toes to the floor. Pivot the heel down, lean into the right hand and right knee as you take the left arm up and overhead. And then a big circle with this left hand. First reach it to the back foot, then to the floor, and then overhead and up. And one more time. Spread the fingers, reach it back down, forward, little stretch, and all the way up. Maybe it floats back a little. And then take it back to your mat. Left knee next to right knee, cat-cow. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale, round the back, pull the navel in, dome. One more time. Inhale, heart forward, maybe elbows bend. Exhale, round the back, hang the head. And then a neutral spine, right leg out behind you, left hand reaching forward. Inhale as the limbs reach apart. And knee to elbow beneath you as you exhale, drop the head. Inhale to stretch. Exhale to squeeze the breath out. Inhale to elongate again, and then lift the left hand, bend the right knee, catch the foot, kick it away from you so that left shoulder rolls back. Looking to the left or looking down is optional. Keep breathing. And maybe you pull the heel in toward the buttock to release that quad. Good, and then left hand releases down, right toes come to the mat behind you, pivot the heel down, lean into the left knee, left hand, and float your right arm up. And then a big circle with this right hand, reach it back, down, forward, and up, spread through the fingers, and once more, exhale, back, down, squeeze that back foot against the floor, forward and all the way up, maybe you float it back behind you, and then take it back down. Right knee next to left knee. Inhale, heart forward, sit bones lifting. Exhale, round the back. Last time, inhale, cow pose, drop the belly, lift the gaze. Exhale, round in. Now stay in this round shape and just drop your hips to your heels, drop your head to the floor, come into a child's pose. You can keep the knees together or separate them wide. It's up to you. You can rock the head side to side against the floor. All right, let's press into the palms, lift the head. Come back to hands and knees so that if you didn't, you can go ahead and widen the knees out quite wide. And then keep the hips right over the knees. And pull the hips back toward the heels again. Drop the head, so this is going to free up the belly and make more space for the breath if your knees are nice and wide. Good, and then pressing into the palms, lift the head again. Walk the right hand far off to the right. Take the left palm on top of the right palm. Drop the elbows, drop the head, so the torso is over that right leg. And just see if you can find any tension in the left side of the waist or shoulder blade or shoulder or neck that you can soften here. And breathe it out, let it go. Press the hands against the floor, bring them back to center and over to the left. Left hand far to the left, right hand comes on top of it. Drop the elbows, drop the head. So the head might rest on the right arm. And maybe that right hip pulls back a little more away from the elbow tip.
Let go of tension in the eyes here, in the hip, in the waist, in the shoulder, even in the armpit. Good, and then press into the palms to come back up to center. Lift your hips away from your heels, crawl the knees toward the front of your yoga mat, and sit back behind your feet. All right, we're going to extend the right leg in front of us, left foot to the inner right thigh, both arms float up. Inhale. Fold over your right leg as you exhale. So let your hands land wherever they land, and then draw the right hip crease back as you pull the heart gently forward. Take an in-breath. And then go ahead and fold in round the back. Let your head fall toward that knee. It might not touch, it might, it doesn't really matter. And can you release tension from the spine, behind the shoulder blades, in the whole back of the right leg, hamstring, knee? If you pull the toes back, you'll feel it in your calf muscle. Begin to bring your hands back toward you to lift up. Right foot's going to meet your left foot. Lengthen the spine, drop your shoulders. Take a breath here. And then keep the right knee bent as the left leg comes out in front of you. Toes can pull back, arms float up. Breathing in, find that length. Fold over the left leg. Let your hands land wherever they land. Hip pulls back, heart extends forward. Inhale, you can kind of pull against the floor a little. And then drop into your fold, drop your head, soften that space behind the heart, the eyes, the jaw. Feel what you're feeling in the whole back of that left leg, hamstring, knee. Again, if the toes pull back, you'll feel it in the calf. Manage it so that it's not too much, but it's not nothing either. Add any wiggling that you need. Let the breath carry tension away from your body, away from your thought process. Begin to crawl the hands back toward you to lift your head. And now take both legs in front of you. And for a moment, let's just bounce the knees a little bit. Good. And then toes pull back, arms reach up. Inhale. And we're going to fold over the legs on the exhale. So you can grab your feet, toes, ankles, shins, or hands can be on the floor. And as the hip creases draw back, the heart extends forward. Gaze forward here. Inhale to lengthen your spine. And then melt in. Let your back round. You can always take your hands under your head or a block. You can have the knees bent if you need to. Again, if the toes pull back, you might feel this in your calves. Use those exhales to let go of physical tension, mental tension, emotional tension. Relax the jaw. Start to crawl your hands back toward you to lift your head. Bring your hands to the floor next to you to lift your hips. Scooch them a little forward so you can roll onto your back and give your knees a little squeeze toward your chest as you rock side to side. Feel free to wiggle the feet, wiggle the head, whatever you need. Good. All right, we're going to keep the right knee bent. We're going to lift the left leg straight up to the ceiling and hug that right knee in toward your chest. Pull the left toes toward you, reach the heel up, and then lower the left leg to the floor. Let it land. Keep the right knee in quite a lot here, and just release the right arm to the right, and then guide the right knee over to the left into a twist. And let the foot land. If it doesn't land on the floor, land it on the inner left thigh. Relax the right shoulder. The right palm is spinning up and soft. The eyes are closed and soft. You can turn the gaze toward the right hand, but close your eyes if you want to involve your neck. And then coming back to noticing your breathing and the sensations of breath. Right? Where do you feel it most in this shape? And can you let the body receive the breath fully?
And then release the breath completely. Twice more. Receive fully. Release completely. Last time. When you're empty of breath, left hand can guide the right knee back up to the chest, making your way onto your back. Good. And then left knee's going to come in with it. You can grab the shins or knees and rock a little again. And then hug that left knee in really deeply with both hands as the right leg lifts up, toes pull back, heel reaches up, back of the neck long. And then slowly lower the right leg toward the floor. And when the heel lands, soften the leg. Left arm opens to the left knee crosses over to the right. And again, let the foot land on something, floor or a right thigh. You can keep the leg weighted with the right hand. You can turn your nose opposite to the knee. Soften the left hand, the feet, the eyes. Deepen your breath and feel it. Where does your mind drift to when it drifts away? And can you drift it back to your body where you're feeling the deepest sensations of breath? Receiving fully and releasing so completely. Last cycle. Filling up and completely letting go. And then pulling the belly in. Right hand can help guide that left knee back up to center. Both knees coming back up to your chest. And then taking the knees in a couple circles in both directions. Maybe wiggling the feet or the head. Good. And then letting both feet come to the floor for a moment, knees bent, and then widen the feet out towards the sides of your mat as the knees touch together. And we're just going to windshield wipe the knees to one side as the gaze turns to the other, and the knees to the other side, nose to the opposite. And just windshield wipe the knees back and forth so that we also free up the hip complex, the psoas, the pelvis, the low spine. If you involve the neck, the whole spine is enjoying these little twists side to side. Yeah. And if you need to linger on one side longer, feel free to do that. And then we'll bring the knees back up together, bring the feet beneath the knees, give the knees one more little squeeze into the chest, wrap your arms around the legs, kiss your knees, hug yourself, breathe in some self-love and appreciation. And then open up and let it all go. And make your way into a really comfortable Shavasana shape. You might scooch your shoulder blades down, palms spinning up, eyes closed. We freed up energy, right? Physically, mentally, emotionally, perhaps. And now just let yourself be as you are, a little more receptive, a little more open, a little less blocked, so that you can receive all the benefits of rest. Just a few minutes to rest and receive here. Please take advantage of it. Let your mind stay in your body. Let the breath return to whatever natural pace and rhythm the body wants it to be. You don't have to control it or deepen it, but simply notice it.
Again, where are you feeling the movement of breath most? And just let your awareness rest there very lightly. With friendly curiosity. Now allowing your awareness to move into your belly. Let the next in-breath fill your belly. And then release your breath. Let's do that once more. Inhale into the belly. When you're full, pause. Hold the breath for a moment. And then sip in a little more air. And open the lips and let it go. Wiggle around the wrists and the ankles. Rock the head side to side. Stretch your arms overhead. When you're ready, you can take the feet to the floor, bending the knees, rocking over to one side, and pressing yourself up to a comfortable seat so that we finish in the way that we began. Bring the hands in front of you to your heart space. Thumbs can touch your sternum, head can bow in a gesture of appreciation to honor yourself, the ability to take care of your body, to become present, to release any holding patterns, any tension that you just don't want. Right? We have the ability to free ourselves up, to create internal healing for ourselves. And in doing so, we just meet the world from a more open, spacious, freer, gentler, more loving place. So let's be grateful for this moment on our mats and all the benefits that we receive. Namaste. Thank you for a very sweet and gentle practice. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you.